Okay, everybody. All right, I was a little self-indulgent there. Sorry about that, but I did link the original song in there. I mean, it's one of those free beats type of thing. I was just like, that's a hell of a vibe. I don't care what you say. I mean, you could say, like I said, give me a minute there. Okay, I'm gonna shut the door right quick, just for a little bit. Okay.
Can you let Joe in there?
Well, JoJo.
He's right there. Get his room.
Okay. Okay. Well, I guess I'll wait then for a minute. Okay. All right, folks. Sorry about that. I thought for a minute, since today is the day that Tupac was shot. He died 6 days later on September the 13th. I think I would do something for it, and then maybe we'll get into the reading that I intended to do, or at least a little bit of it, which is the Green Book. I'm waiting for this cat right now. Decide what they're going to do. Okay.
Yeah, just leave it like this and they can get in.
All right. Okay. Okay. So, anyways, and I saw, CIA agent, this and that. There's, like I say, he, a lot of stuff did happen to Tupac. And, of course, the infamous photo of him, draped in jewelry, sitting in a bathtub, very submissive, this and that. So, look, I get it, and of course, people will say, oh, well, how did he get in the business? Well, he had to perform fellatio, this and that. I knew that was going to come up too. I get that. I do. I understand it. But I think regardless is that I would see people like Tupac and Bruce Lee as international people. They don't belong to a singular nation. It's like, I mean, you could, do a lot of different, try to do a lot of different type of things. Yeah, Tupacalypse Now was a good album. It was. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And then, had some good ones like, they got me trapped in this prison of seclusion, happiness living on the streets of delusion. Even a smooth criminal one day must get caught. Excuse me. Yeah, because he's from, but it's a fascinating story with him, because he grew up, he was born in East Harlem. He used to be called MC New York. And, of course, his mom was a Black Panther. He learned from his stepdad about being more of a hustler, I guess you could say. Parrish Lezane Crooks was his real name, at least as far as we know. Brenda Got a Baby, exactly. That's another one too, yeah. Like I say, I get, I can get why people say, yeah, he was a CIA plant, this and that. Okay, I get that. I mean, you could say that with even Bruce Lee too, to a point, yeah. But I think that it's important to talk about it nonetheless, because there's a lot of misinformation out there. His prison sentencings don't make sense and never add up. The media would just keep extending the time, and he claimed to be on bail after one sentencing he never actually served. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, the thing is that, like I say, I mean, there's multiple different sides to this. I mean, the thing is that, the Quad Studio thing, he ended up getting shot because he was being robbed by by one of his managers, I think, or something like that. So, yeah, it was a very foul situation. And like I say, I mean, the thing is that, socialists will appropriate him, hustlers will appropriate him, because he's an international guy. He's not really bound to he's not bound to one country or one idea, It's like a lot of people, and you can say what you want to and say he's a CIA plant. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. I'll be like, okay. And, yeah, that's definitely true about his prison sentencings. They allow MTV to go in jail and see all that. Believe me, I get it. But the thing is, you can't deny the impact that people have. Worldwide, people feel about Tupac. Similarly, as I said with Bruce Lee, and you can say what you will about Bruce Lee, the fact that he, talk about getting around, I get around, round and round, round we go. Bruce Lee got around too. But, these are both just international people that I think that regardless of what political influence you are, what you actually think about him, he is still influential. Like I say. And you could also bring up too, I mean, let's be honest too about Tupac as well, is that, he grew up in Marin City. Or, well, I shouldn't say he grew up, but he was born in East Harlem, went to school up there and everything else. He used to be a side guy for Digital Underground, yeah. And an international guy sort of cringe. Yeah, it is. I'm just saying is that that's how he is seen, though, right? But it's all right. What I was gonna say is that he ends up going to Marin City and living there. And of course, people say, "Oh, he grew up in Compton." No, he didn't. He grew up in Marin City. And the thing is that it has to be said that he was at Marin City and he pulled out a gun and killed a child. He allegedly, I think it was him though. And so there's a lot of stuff that went around, and he ended up getting caught up in the system, I think, and people will say CIA, this and that. Maybe so, but then you got to say, was his mom a Fed, who was a member of the Black Panthers and all that type of thing? Was the mom a Fed, or did she make a deal with the devil or something? Who knows, right? There's a lot of stuff that goes on. And both Tupac and Biggie started in the East and settled in the West, Masonic. Yeah. Okay. All right. Like I say, I mean, that's something to think about. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna get too passive aggressive about it. It's something that I can try to say, it's Masonic, this and that, but ultimately, I know deep down it's something that I can't escape. For me, being a child of the 80s and 90s, celebrity worship is garbage, serving as inspiration for strivers in the system. Yeah, that's fair. Tupac talked about the situation about shooting the kid on a song called "Point the Finger." Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I'm not an expert. I shouldn't say that. I gave the impression I was, but it's like, yeah, it was crazy. Let me just see here. But yeah, I mean, that's such as the way. I mean, look, I get why y'all would think, oh man, this dude is, what. But yeah, I mean, like I say, I take it with a grain of salt. Like I say, I try to anyway. It's just it's just one of those things, isn't it? I mean, I don't know where I'm going with this, but it's something for me I can't really escape. I'll be honest with you. I can't really escape his influence, But yeah, I'm not sure if you saw my comment on the partisan fitty. I asked you to look over. Oh, Posadas Rebel News. Okay, let me take a look here. Okay. Okay, let me go ahead and see here. Is it Oneness? Well, we'll find out, won't we? Okay, it's on YouTube. Okay, Posadas Rebel News. Okay, well, let's take a look. Okay, well, the heck with the Tupac thing. All right, we'll let that go. All right, should we just let it go? I'm sorry I even discussed. I feel embarrassed now. Like I feel like, oh Lord have mercy. You can say what you want to. Yeah, all the Panther 21 were feds, which Tupac's mom was. She was acquitted of over 130 charges, including many terrorists. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? All right. Well, we'll let that go then. How about that? I'm not going to be slick or try to be clever. I'm just going to say, all right. Okay. Let me move this right there. Okay. Posadas. There we go. Posadas Rebel News. There we go. We'll go ahead and just pull it up right here. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. All right. Like I say, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, I'm a product of, the 80s and 90s to a point. Let's go ahead and, oh, man. Okay. Let's go ahead. Okay. I know who this dude is. I remember seeing this from something, but you know what? Let's go ahead and show that. Why not? Let's go ahead and, we're going to go ahead and switch gears. And, sorry. we'll leave it on the anti-Vosh action. We'll go ahead and do that. And we'll do it there. Okay. And big screen. And share screen. Boop. 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 There we go. Hide. And here we go. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and see here. Critical support and critical belief. Okay, so this is, okay. Holy crap. I've seen this dude, though. This dude is in New York, right? This dude is in New York. Holy moly. Holy moly. Okay, let's go ahead and, okay. But since Union Army Ball said it, we'll go ahead and let's go ahead and get into it. Why not? Okay. Oh, Lord. Okay. Woo. I need a minute. Okay. Who else needs a minute? Because we're about to go down the rabbit hole here. I just want to make sure are y'all ready? Press 1 if you're ready to go down this rabbit hole. Press 1 if y'all are ready. I just want to make sure here. If nothing else, I just want to make sure I get consent before I do this, because we about to get in some craziness right now. We about to jump into some craziness that Union Army Ball did want me to take a look at. So okay. We about to jump in with both feet. Are y'all ready? Press 1 if you're ready. Press 2 if you're like, nah, we need to do something else. Whenever y'all are set. Whenever y'all are ready. Okay. Just want to make sure here. 1, you're ready? Okay. Y'all are ready? Okay. That's all I need to make sure of. All right. I'm sorry. I know that there is a delay. Sorry. I know that there is a delay. So apologies. I'm just a little. Okay. Let's get into it then. Yep. Okay. Let's do it.
Hottest greetings to you, one and all, my friends and comrades. This is your comrade communicator. Coming to you, well, I'll be honest for once, from my bedroom, okay? I'm coming from my bedroom. I'll contradict this in a later vlogcast. But, let's start with this. This isn't what it looks like. I'm not about to sell you vitamins, all right? It's the vitamin company that Alex Jones was sponsored by did not come to me now that he's off of YouTube.
Okay, okay. I need a minute because I feel like we're about to go into the crazy right now. We're about to jump into the crazy zone, not the funny zone like the Balkans is, but we're about to go. Yeah. The way he talks is such a contrast to him sitting in the corner of his bedroom, shirtless. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay.
Sorry to burst that bubble. I'm just heading out to the beach, and as you know, the waters are very important to us Posadists. To be connected to humanity's aquatic origins connects us both to our past and to our future.
Oh, Jesus.
As we've discussed in a limited way on previous vlogcasts. I'm not here to sell vitamins, is what I'm saying. But if you Venmo me a couple of bucks, add Comrade Communicator. No spaces. Capital C.
Holy
capital
shit.
C all around.
You look like you were just talking to dolphins.
And,
holy shit.
Your address. I will send you a pack of laxatives. Be assured of this. What I want to talk about today, though, is something else. I want to talk about critical support and critical belief.
Oh, Lord.
And I have returned from the beach. This was a very refreshing swim and an enlightening conversation, as always, with Comrade High Commander. But before I get to the meat of our little talk today...
Okay. Poseidon and Hojiism is, yeah. It looks like Frank Zappa a bit, yeah. Okay. Ooh, man. Okay.
Let me just...
It's not that bad. I'm just hyping it up. Okay, go ahead.
Clear something up. I've had a little time to think about it, and I won't be sending you any laxatives. I don't think that the FDA or the United States Postal Service would take very kindly to it. No. But if you Venmo me $10 plus shipping and handling, I will send you some literature and a pin. Well, no.
Okay, this is what I would imagine. What is the guy from? Okay, hold on. Let me double check something right quick. He's got this kind of vibe. I'm trying to think of it. Jurassic Park. Who is that dude's name? Oh my goodness, I cannot think of it. It's gonna bug the hell out of me. I just saw something about it. Yeah, Jurassic Park cast. Okay, what is this fool's name? I cannot think of it now. Hold on. Jeff Goldblum. Holy shit, that's it. He's got a Jeff Goldblum sort of vibe, doesn't he? He's got kind of a Jeff Goldblum vibe. He's got the Jeff Goldblum sort of attitude, with like, in the body of a Trekkie, in the body of a Trekkie, because I can picture this guy wearing a Star Trek uniform. I couldn't, like what is the Federation, uniform. I could picture this guy doing that. Yeah. I think I'm going to have to go for a second. I'll be back though. Okay. This sounds cool. That's cool. Oh, Lord. Okay.
Now that we have that out of the way, let's get to the matter at hand. Critical support and critical belief.
Oh, boy. Let's hear it.
Well, critical support, right? You've heard anti-imperialists, as they call themselves. We refer to them as alt-imperialists. You've heard anti-imperialists bandy that phrase a lot. Critical support for Bashar al-Assad. Critical support for Myanmar Gaddafi. Critical support for Vladimir Putin. Critical support for the Islamic Republic of Iran. Critical support for ISIS. I think that's the Spartacus League. Correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong. Critical support from critical support for NAMBLA. You see why that didn't slide off the tongue exactly. Also,
Oh man. I think he's going down a road. I'm liking where he's going so far, though. I was kind of like, I'm kind of scared, but I think he may be going down a route that I like, because using the term critical support or hands off this is kind of cringe, and it is overused. But go ahead, please continue, sir, please.
I think the Spartacus League, those terrestrialist trots, they get around. Well, what's that mean? Well, it used to mean, way back in the day, that used to mean support with criticism. But you ever see any of those cats, right? You see those so-called anti-imperialists actually criticize the subjects of their critical support? Well, no. Well, really, the way they use it, it's more like support with whataboutism.
Yeah.
Declare their support.
Mm-hmm.
You provide some criticism, and they say, well, what about American imperialism, right? You're going to criticize Putin's repression of...
I'll admit, Caleb Maupin kind of does fall into this trap a little bit here. Yeah, he does kind of fall into that. Where he'll be like, well, China is doing this, but ultimately China is doing the good thing, or the gray zone. Definitely, they do it as well. So there is truth to this. I will give him that. Yeah. If you just say ISIS, he was saying that more as a joke. I think he's talking about the Spartacus League. Okay, but so far, I'm with you. Go ahead.
Communists and anarchists, right? And just queer people, right? Well, what about Israel? What about the United States? What about support with whataboutism? Didn't always used to be the case. When early Trotskyists in the UK declared their critical support for the Labour Party, when Trotsky said that they ought to, right? That meant that, well, they recognized that the Labour Party was going to push for some short-term gains at the short-term gains, that the working class was largely on the side of the Labour Party in the election, but that they were not really a working class organization. This was a liberal bourgeois party.
Mm-hmm.
That was appealing to workers, and that Trotskyists could, they weren't going to...
Honestly, I was kind of put off by this guy, because I heard about him through, I think, some Wignats. But honestly, this guy has some this guy has some good points. Yeah, he had a British trot org who supported ISIL. Yeah, okay. Hey, gum. All right, go ahead.
just say
Yeah.
no. You don't want these reforms. You don't want to vote for these guys because they say they're gonna make your life better in very material ways. They're going to say, well, yes, 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 these are all wonderful things, but here is what's wrong with the Labor Party. Even though they are, yeah, we critically support them. They're our party of choice. We're going to criticize them, and we're going to criticize them uncompromisingly. This is a bourgeois party. This party does not have your interests at heart, comrades. That is critical support as it was then, and very often the directive to critically support that was for domestic electoral parties. The support there wasn't just notional, like critically support Bashar al-Assad. What are you doing to support this motherfucker? Right?
You're not doing
you're
it.
carrying
Yeah.
a sign in Europe or the United States or
Yeah.
South America. Nothing more than that. Maybe post the.
That is fair. I have done the same thing. I will be honest. I am guilty of this very same thing. He does bring up a good point. He does. Now, like I say, I have evolved a little bit and decided, yeah, Bashar al-Assad is who he is, this and that. And ultimately, I think maybe, when I first saw him, I thought he was kind of a penciled neck looking sort of guy. And I think that ultimately I can kind of see it that way. I mean, propaganda is a hell of a drug because people did make Bashar al-Assad look like he was an amazing sort of guy. In reality, he's still a pencil neck geek that is controlled by the Alawites and is ultimately just allowing for the Russians to, take over places like Latakia. The whole province of Latakia is pretty much a Russian outpost at this point. So, yeah, like I say, so I do understand what he's saying, I think, with that. And I'm trying to realize that it's more complicated than just saying, well, we like this person and let's dig a little bit deeper. So I can appreciate what he's saying. I'm also guilty about what about it. Yeah. Assad glow in the dark Kurds. Yeah, that's true. That is true. I say that, I will say the same thing, sir. I will say the same thing, Temujin. But but yeah. Like I say, go ahead. I'm gonna let him
video,
talk.
right? Post a Facebook meme. Make a Facebook meme. Oh, that's real support.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the support here is
Sure.
as notional, as the criticism is, right?
It's lip service, yeah.
But that's exactly where we get into trouble, right? When
Yeah.
our critical support is directed at an entity that we really can't do much to support. The Trotskyist critical support for the Soviet Union usually, well, what are you going to do to support the Soviet Union from the United States, critically or otherwise, or from England, or from, yeah, well, that's.
He needs to stop twirling his mustache and rubbing on his beard because it gives me the sense like he's a cartoon villain. But I think that's the only real criticism I have. I think he's talking some pretty good truth here. I mean, I can't really fault him what he's saying here. Go ahead. I can't.
That's a real question. As support becomes notional over time, so does criticism. And some have suggested that the attraction of critical support as a field of activity, because some people, that's all they do, they critically support things, is that one who's putting all of their political energy into something that they can't actually have any effect on, right?
True.
It's purely notional. It's purely a moral stand that you take.
I feel attacked, but I think that it's good because I think I do need a bit of criticism. And I've done the same type of thing. I've talked about balkanization when in reality I don't have any control over that. I do realize that. I do want to point this out to everybody. I do realize that I don't have any control over what's going to happen or where it's going to happen. Ultimately, I just say be ready. That's really all I can say. But I think that he does have a point. So I think this is good in a way. It's helping me sober up a little bit again. Sometimes, you sober up and then you jump off the wagon and then you get right back on the wagon. So I'm getting back on the wagon and sobering up a little bit. Anyway, go ahead.
While paradoxically, completely throwing away any moral principles, any any political integrity that you have, in order to provide this very notional support with notional criticism. You know, no one's going to say, "Well, what are you doing? What are you doing in Syria? You're taking a stand. You're taking a stand." If you have critical support for even a ridiculous bourgeois electoral party, an electoral platform, well, you might be called upon to actually do something about it. God forbid.
Yep. I've been thinking about in the back of my head, but I do say this is kind of like with Vosh, isn't it? Where he gives critical support for the Democratic Party and critical support for Biden, even though he'll try to say, well, we know that Biden won't change anything, this and that, but I still support him. I'm still with him, this and that, you know. And of course he says, oh, well, of course the tankies are going to laugh at us, this and that, but, you know. Anywho, let's keep going.
So there's critical support. It's a statement of support provided in order to satisfy some kind of political imperative, some kind of let's say psychological realpolitik.
Yeah,
that gets us to critical belief, friends and comrades. Okay. You might not believe that there are.
You can't spell belief without lie. I do want to say that, though. You can't spell belief without lie. And I know I'm not going to be too heavy on that, but I think that there is that aspect that has to be said. Anyway, let's go ahead and keep on going, folks.
Aliens visiting Earth. You might not believe that they're communists, though we can prove it. We'll get to that in another podcast.
Oh, he was doing so good. He really roped me in by saying some really good stuff, and now he's trying to get me to go Posadas gang. Oh boy. Oh lordy. Okay, go ahead.
We can most certainly prove it. But there is no other clearly articulated path to communism or socialism. And try to prove me wrong here. Try to give me one that isn't either contact with an extraterrestrial civilization that can help us along.
Yeah.
Or trying to rebuild after capitalism collapses in the climate catastrophe and or nuclear war. The two are not mutually exclusive, and they're coming. There really isn't another path, especially before the collapse, right? Because that's coming very soon. So we are called upon, if we are to still maintain socialism and communism as a goal, to critically believe in the space comrades. Belief with criticism is one way you could see it as. I believe in the comrades from outer space and our space comrades because I must, but I am still not the kind of person who just outright believes in flying saucers. This is political expediency. I critically believe in the space comrades. Just like you can say, well, I am not a fascist. I'm not a fascist, but I support Bashar al-Assad, who basically is, because blah, 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 geopolitics, America bad, Russia good. Another neoliberal dictator that for some reason I support because of political expediency. Let's not get into that.
Fair.
On the other hand, it is also belief with whataboutism. I believe in the space comrades, you might say. And your friend says, well, that's crazy, that's ridiculous. And you say, well, what about your belief that your little Marxist-Leninist sect is going to be the revolutionary vanguard? What about your belief that Bernie Sanders is going to bring socialism?
Okay.
What about your belief that revolution is behind the next burning dumpster? See? It works. And it's necessary, because if we are going to work to contact the space comrades, we must at least espouse a critical belief in them. Prove me wrong. You can't, because it's true. Now, and if we're going to work towards communism on Earth,
people will be living Bernie are really dumb.
Avoiding
the
nuclear war while avoiding or rolling back the environmental catastrophe, we need the space comrades. There you go, friends and comrades. I'm sure I've convinced you. Critical belief in the space comrades, a necessary part of any revolutionary socialist platform. And with that, I must bid you adieu. With a resounding, as always, friends and comrades, long live Posadis! Long live Comrade High Commander! Excelsior!
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see here. Okay, we're gonna watch this one other one, then we're gonna call it good.
Attention! Attention!
Oh, okay. Let's go ahead and skip ahead there. There we go.
Seeing as how we Posadists are most certainly best suited to lead under apocalyptic and semi-apocalyptic conditions, he
What's
is
going
now
on, you
assuming
nerdball?
supreme command over the entire North American left.
Welcome back.
And we thank you in advance for your cooperation.
Mm.
Stand by as I read Comrade High Commander's first all-continental diktat. The nuclear war is a maximal crisis, and is therefore conducive to the accomplishment of the maximum program of the communists. The Capitalocene mass extinction event is an unfolding crisis that will become maximal in the medium term. The current global pandemic, however, lacks either the depth or persistent catastrophic impact of either the world atomic or climate crises. Which is to say that COVID-19 can be said to be a transitional crisis, which demands its own transitional program. It is now the task of every communist to advance this transitional program and to use it as a tool.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So this guy, Tricky69. I'm going to talk about this for a minute, because I saw this dude before. Posadis are the skull masks of the left. Yeah, they really are. I think it's interesting with this guy right here. This guy, Trekkie69. Is it this guy had some beef, I guess, with another one, because he's on Twitch a lot. This guy, Trekkie69, as far as I know. And, you know, ultimately, they put somebody else in the middle. I can't remember that person's name now. Oh, yeah. Skylar Szabo. That's it. Yeah, the Hungarian. And you know, that's the next bit we're going to look at. Go ahead.
To rally the proletariat to our cause. The transitional program prepares the proletariat for the maximum program, just as the semi-apocalyptic conditions of the extraordinary material conditions, health measure today, and make it permanent tomorrow, because homelessness is in and of itself a massive health crisis. What was deemed to be politically inconceivable by the ruling class term.
Okay, that's enough of that. All right. Are y'all ready for some cringe? I just thought about this. This is something that I figure I'll show y'all. Are y'all ready for some serious cringe? Are y'all ready? Press 1 if you're ready to take the journey with me, or 2 where it's like, no. Let's do some reading. I just want to make sure here. Just give it a minute. I know there's a delay, so. Okay, yeah, you're ready for some cringe? I just want to make sure here. Are y'all ready for it? Because I got some cringe. I got some cringe here. Okay. I just want to make sure here. All right. I want to make sure. All right. We're going in. We're going in. We're just there's one video in particular that I want to show y'all. Now, so this guy used to be named Christopher Szabo, and he lives out in LA, but he is now transitioning. So she, wink wink, is called Skylar now. Let me see if I can find the video here. I cracked the code. Kenosha fascist networks never trust settlers. Okay, hold on here. Did that person take it down? Let me see here. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and play this right quick. This one, and then we'll probably look at one other one. But yeah, this is. There's a lot of cringe here, so let's get ready. Okay, get ready. We're gonna have some cringe here. Go ahead.
Fuck BreadTube. No, literally. Fuck BreadTube. I'm just gonna make this statement once and for all.
Comments turned
And
off,
that's
of course.
that. Adam wants to put this behind him. Emily is blocking everyone.
I think she's referring to Emily Korchinski. That's the one who was, of course, doing work for the State Department and helped design, I think, used for drones, I think. The so-called anarchist that now lives in Berlin. That person. Yeah, go ahead.
Irene is essentially making memes and I mean no comic chick is essentially making memes and screenshots and everything and streams about Adam, and it's very immature, and I'm in the middle of all this, and Adam wants me to stop talking about it. And I understand why Adam wants me to stop talking about it. I don't want to talk about it.
But you're going to talk about it.
Trekkie actually told me about it, and I was just like...
This refers to Trekkie69, who we're talking about. It's so sad that I actually know who these people are. It's so pitiful. But yeah, go ahead.
Nope, I don't want to be involved in it. And
like, yeah, oof, like, and okay, white, fine, exactly. Hold up, this person is trans and expatriate and an anarchist. Yeah.
Step in the middle of the stream, and I was just like, fucking, oh shit! Now I have to take a position. I don't want to take a position. I still don't have a position. I told Adam, like, voting for you is like voting for the Democratic Party.
This is what zero pussy does to a nigga. But more to the point, this is what LA does to a nigga. This person lives in Los Angeles, after all. I mean, once again, Los Angeles, I don't recommend anyone go there. But yeah, go ahead, please.
But it's like, I don't want to take a position. And it's not like voting for Irene is like voting for Trump either. It's like, I'm not saying that's the case.
The hell are you saying then?
The case of the matter is that I don't like either of them right now. And this is a case of why BreadTube fucking sucks. This is why I fucking left BreadTube. Remember that video I made like earlier this week where like I said BreadTube fucking sucks?
Yeah.
It's anti-revolutionary. Yeah, it's why I fucking hate BreadTube. BreadTube is incapable of organizing. Because everyone's fucking at each other's throat. Everyone's fucking making everyone's starting drama. It's fucking bullshit. And instead, what you should be doing is, in fact, actually, I think I was too hard on EJ. Way too hard on EJ in that video.
EJ is reference to non-compete, aka American Johnson. Just want to make sure here, just to fill in the blanks for people that don't know. Go ahead.
EJ hasn't said anything to me actually, but I think I was way too hard on EJ. EJ has actually done the genstrike.org. So is Softboy Social Club and Luna and all them. Why aren't you guys behind them? Seriously. Why aren't you guys active with them? Fucking bullshit. In fact, actually, like, if anything, like, I respect Emily when it comes to like organizing, because like at least Emily fundraises a little bit when it comes to like to organizing and
capable of doing anything. He's just making a mockery, yeah.
Legal defense,
which is better than true. Yeah. Tupac was Albanian. Yeah.
So she has done that. But as far as like actual like RedTube material it goes for, it's all drama. It's all fucking drama. It's TMZ level drama, and it really is fucking TMZ level fucking drama.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I left RedTube. It's fucking bullshit. And when Trekkie fucking dragged me in the middle of all this, and like with
Trekkie69, the one that we saw the comment in the video before, he's on Twitch mostly. Go ahead.
like, hey, like Skylar, do you know anything about this? Because like I know you're Adam's friend. And then when Lin Wu was like, hey, I'm afraid of like commenting on this.
This is some high school bullshit y'all niggas talking about. This is some straight high school bullshit. Go ahead.
Because like it's Adam's friend, like, you know, like it's just like
Adolf
I don't
Stalin,
give a
he's a
fuck.
Nazgul.
It's like,
Yeah,
I'm Adam's friend, but like I don't want to take a fucking side because like
the thing is, I would listen to an Adolf Stalin video, but the thing is that his audio is so garbage. I can't even hear what he says half the time. It's like I try to, but it's like I can't hear what this dude says. So yeah, I know what you're talking about, Will DeMarco, but his audio is garbage. But you know what? I'll go ahead and humor y'all. I'll go ahead and look at that next.
it's drama. It's straight up drama.
What is this?
Like I'm not gonna take a side just because someone is a friend of mine. Like
This is
like
a fake.
here's the thing,
Oh,
right? Like
who cares?
it's like I understand like there is implications for the situation. It is a 50-50 situation. They're both wrong.
All right. Okay, we've seen enough of that crap. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and do it though. Yeah, why not? That is true about Alston. I think he makes good videos, but his audio and voice is really bad. Yeah, exactly. I'll go ahead and play it though. I'll go ahead and humor y'all for a minute. Why not? I am subscribed to him, but yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll take a look. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do this.
I figured I made this extra video to come up with a thing about John Francis Leotard. Anyways, so yeah, so Pride, Two Wolves. Since I felt that Gilly's Deliwee's videos are like overrated, everybody does them. I skipped over to Leotard.
I can't hear a damn thing. I can barely hear anything. Yeah. It's like, I would like to engage with this. I really would. I've tried to listen to his videos, but it's like, bruh, I cannot hear what you're saying. I can't hear. It's like, okay. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, the audio is shit. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like, so yeah, Will DeMarco, I don't have anything against Adolf Stalin as far as I know, but it's like, bruh, I can hear nothing that he says. I hear literally nothing.
I found out something interesting.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. I can't. Come on. This is why I keep my camera off. I try to keep it off, and if I do have it on, I want to make sure I have clothes on. Yeah, let's do it that way. Yeah, Lord have mercy. All right. Okay, press 1 if you want me to do some reading. Yeah, his audio isn't the best. That's what I'm saying. Oh Lord. Okay, that's not. Yeah, we're not going to go through that again. It looks like Caleb Maupin is on. I do want to kind of see what Caleb Maupin says. So you know what? Do y'all want to go in? Well, yeah. What we got here? We'll go ahead and take a look at Caleb Maupin. Why not? We'll go ahead and see what he's saying.
Soviet Union helped them build industries during the first years of the People's Republic. Their falling out with the USSR led to a clique of sinister poverty.
The thing is about Caleb Maupin, I will say this: it's like I can agree with him to a point, but he gets very cagey about some issues. It's like, you know, there was I was in his chat and I saw that Mantis dude, the one that was in here, talking about Michael Reinhold and saying he was a good guy. And of course we spurt, you know, we both had that spur out a few days ago. But in general, I asked, I sent a super chat to Moppin to see what he said, and ultimately Moppin was like, I don't know who that is. Nah. He just kind of moved on. So yeah, I mean, he gets very cagey about certain things. But yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and listen a little bit longer, just for a couple minutes.
Property. Marxists have never opposed this. Private property, referred to in Marxist texts, is the massive centers of economic power, not used for personal happiness, but rather for the purpose of making profits. This private property, these means of production, clearly distinguished from personal property, should be forced to serve the public good and not allowed to function in ways that are detrimental to the community. You've heard that under communism, the government owns everything. Well, go to any country run by a communist party, be it Cuba, China, or Vietnam, and you will see all kinds of private hotels, hi to you, T-Mac, restaurants, tech firms, and online retailers. The Sandinistas of Nicaragua have enabled thousands of people to launch their co-ops and businesses. The Venezuelan government subsidizes and promotes all kinds of independent firms and stores. What makes this different from capitalism? They all function alongside a huge state-controlled manufacturing and infrastructure apparatus. The people have control of the natural resources. You know what? I think
I'll just go ahead and I'll go ahead and end it here. I'll just continue on just watching Caleb Moppin. So we're just gonna go in his stream. I'm just gonna go in his stream. I'm not gonna mess with anybody. I'm just gonna go ahead and watch what he has to say. I think I've said my piece basically. I think maybe later today I'll do some reading from the Green Book, and we'll do that. But otherwise, I think we'll keep it there. So I will say, of course, thank you to Ole, APR, No More Libs Please 1975, Will DeMarco, Timogene, Union Army Ball. I know Uncle Ho, you were in here. We had Gitler, Pol Pot as well. Renegade W3S. Who else was in here? I know somebody else was in here. I know I saw Uncle Ho, inside. Union Army Ball. I don't know if I think I said that already. Timogene. I think I've said my piece. So like I say, y'all can go ahead and enjoy the rest of the content. Yeah. You ever heard of Common Sankara? Yes, I have. I've certainly heard Burkina Faso and all that. Yep, where he says, are we for syndicalism? No, we're going to crush the syndicalism, or however it went. But anyway, I think I'll keep it there. Y'all can go ahead and enjoy Caleb Moppin or whatever y'all want to watch. Go ahead and, I don't want to be that arrogant to be like that. But anyway, I think I'll keep it there. I hope y'all have a good rest of the day. See you later. Goodbye. We'll go ahead and play us out here a little bit with, I don't know, what should we pick here? Don't worry, we're not going to do, I think we'll do this.
Fought single-handed against the desperate imperialists. Even in the face of food difficulty, the Korean people valued billets more than sweets. In the unprecedented hardship